I was on mute. Here we are then. The last bit of content I'm going to make about this World Cup Fantasy game. It's been the single most successful period of time on my YouTube channel ever. It's been incredible. I'm so grateful for everyone's support over this time. It's been amazing. I hope you've enjoyed the deadline streams and all the videos as well. I've said it on my videos, my rank might not be the best, but I'd like to think I'm still being helpful on my streams and on my videos. And yeah, I'm just very grateful for all of your support. The channel, we went into the summer on 23,000 subscribers and we're closing in on 30. It's been mental. And my most viewed live streams ever, most viewed videos ever, all come from this game and you guys watching. So I'm blown away. So then, here we have my team. No idea what to do with it yet. We need to see what the England and France lineups look like. I think where's the England top? Mate, I don't care about this game. I'm after this game, I'm gonna chill out, probably put the pre-match punditry on, and then go to bed. I'm not interested in the game at all. What I am interested in is the lineups. So obviously the France and England lineups are so critical in this game, right? In terms of who plays for those teams, who I buy, who I sell, all of that is decided by who plays for those teams. If England goes strong, might keep some of these players. I have my doubts as to whether Bellingham and Kane will start. We'll obviously see the lineup. Mbappe probably plays for France. If Kane doesn't play for England, I imagine, or Yathabal maybe comes in for me. I don't think I'm going to bring in a Watkins or a Tony, whoever starts for England. From a midfield point of view, if I do drop Kane to Yathabal, I think, a Gordon or a Bellingham could become someone else. I think there's probably room to bring in someone like Ousmane Dembele. Defense will be changed as well, I imagine. I've got Konsa and O'Reilly. Both didn't start in the semi-final, which really surprised me. And obviously Pickford in goal as well. So, yeah, we'll see how things go. We've obviously we do have a L'Equipe France predicted lineup, which we will just go and have a look at. Just 2 seconds, and we'll get it. Where have we got to? Fantasy football. I'm just trying to find it. L'Equipe. Here we are, L'Equipe. Yeah, I think these are the predicted teams. Hang on. So I think that's the France predicted team. I'm not sure about the England one. Gusto, Canate, Lacroix, Hernandez, Rabiot, Zaya, Emery, Cherki, Elise, Doué, and Mbappe. I think if Lacroix plays, he comes in at a nice 4.5 million, so we can easily have him. Might just keep O'Reilly there because he'll probably play. Don't think Conser will. There we go. There's the L'Equipe predicted lineup. Mbappe, Doué, Cherki, Elise, Rabiot, Zaya Emery, Teo Hernandez, Lacroix, Canate, Gusto. How much is Canate in the game? How much is Canate? Let's have a goose gander. Defender, France. Canate is 4.9. Okay, when Lacroix is 4.5. Interesting. Okay. I'm Spider-Man. Impossible to say how those transfers are because we don't know if who's playing or not. No idea. No idea. They sort of make sense, but we need to see the lineups. Let's see, Dudo. Let's see. Let's see. I'll be happy if Elise plays. I think we keep him. Not sure what to do with the rest of the team yet. We'll work it out based on who plays for England. I think the England lineup's big as well. So that means, I guess, I'm probably selling him. I'm probably selling him. I'm probably selling him. Selling him. Selling him. Probably selling him as well. Let's see what we can squeeze in. Well, I think clean sheet odds coming up next. I imagine Spain have the highest clean sheet odds. So we'll go Simon in goal. We'll go. Let's see if we can get Porro in. See if we can somehow squeeze a bit of Pep Porro in. Lacroix. Good to see you, Joe, mate. You'll see the team, Pep, just before, I reckon, you fly, if that's the case. Oyazabal. Oyazabal. 17.3 for two midfielders. I think we target France, don't we? We go Turkey. Let's go a bit Turkey. Then 9.3. I've got Upamecano as well. Oh, God. Oh, God. I might have a couple of dead spots in my team then. Or we take a hit. Baina's got to stay. Tricky. Who was in there? Bellingham. I don't think he plays. It's bloody impossible. We need to see who plays for England. Yeah, I think Kane to Oyazabal is pretty much guaranteed for me, I reckon. It just saves you a lot of cash. Mate, BT11 AFC, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I said at the start of the stream, honestly, it's been the most successful time our YouTube channel's ever seen. The support has been crazy. I just hope in return you've enjoyed the content, really, and I've been helpful. I know my rank is not great, but I'm always honest about it. I feel like this game has been very swingy. Lots of variance, and I've not been very lucky. It's just the nature of it, really. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for everyone watching. Been amazing. Single most successful time on my YouTube channel ever. Almost definitely. And we've already made a couple of FPL videos. You'll see on my channel there's one already. I made a cheeky little early draft. And I've got a must-have players video coming out at the end of the World Cup Monday morning. Oh, Damien, that's very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're hovering really nice and high, BT11. That's fantastic news. Yeah, I wish I could tell you what I'm going to do with my team and what I'm thinking, but it all really relies on these England-France teams, doesn't it? And also, I think the team I really want to target is France this week. Like, they feel like just the narrative going into the game. The narrative going into the game for me is England, right? I'm an Englishman. Pretty much everyone I've spoken to in England do not care about the game. I don't know if the feeling is the same around France, but for me, I think there's more pride to play for France than there is for England. And I think France blow England out of the water, to be honest with you. I do think as well, the extra day of rest that the France team has goes quite a long way. So, yeah. Cheers, Joe. I think that's the case, and it's been an 8-game week game, so it's only going to go one way. Girthquake, appreciate that. Love from California. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for watching everything. And like I said, I'll be sure to. We're going to be going for FPL. Don't you worry about that. If you play FPL, stick around. Girthquake's a fantastic username. Caleb, you feel like the game been a bit disappointing? Do you? I think the game's been fine. I think the game's been fine. I think for me, the World Cup was fantastic up until the semi-finals, and now I just don't care. I'm gonna find it hard to even watch the final tomorrow. What time does the final kick off? 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'm not even sure I want to watch the final. I mean, I'll probably watch the World Cup. It's the World Cup final, isn't it? I got to watch it, but man, my country should be in it. My country should be in it. What brought on the username of Girthquake, by the way? What was the thinking behind that, bro? That's hilarious. I love it. Girthquake. Yeah, I think England, mate. I really enjoyed the World Cup apart from the games that my team played. All of the England games were just tough. They were tough watches. All of them were. Like, we all had wobbles in every game. Like Croatia, we obviously went 1-0 down. The Ghana game was tough. The Panama game was tough. The Congo game was tough. The Mexico game was tough. The Norway game. All of the games were just a tough watch. I think if anyone's locked in at this point, they'd be silly. We've obviously got a L'Equipe predicted lineup, which someone has. I'm actually going to pin it. Someone's put it in. There we go. I'm going to put it as the pin comment. I love what you did, Joe, about predicting when the game's going to launch as well on the Wednesday. That'd be exciting. There we go. Pin that message. You're right. The end of the Mexico game was enjoyable, but just the games themselves, man. Oh. But that's what it's like supporting a team, right? I think every Bristol City game I went to see last season, I went through all those emotions watching them. Yeah, I agree with you, Dominic, mate. I think the team to target here is France, and it's just a case of who starts for France, although we've got obviously the predicted lineup, and then who doesn't play for England, right? I think there's lots to be gained on England, really. Or lots of cash to be gained by selling England players, I should probably say. I realise this stream is a bit shorter than my usual 5 hour long ones, but let me off. It's the last day. Yeah, I think FPL is a bit different with Mark on board though. I think bringing in Mark was a big move for them last season. Well, it's not me you should be asking that question to, Dudo. It is FPL Joe. He's the one. He's worked it out. I think it's gonna be Wednesday. I reckon might be my prediction. Do you think there's going to be any major rule changes in the game? I think it's going to be exactly the same as it was last season. You know, I'd be surprised if they change anything. DEFCON will exist. It's just whether they change the parameters for hitting DEFCON, which I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling that they will, but yeah, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. New chips, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, my team. We just got to wait for this England team, haven't we? Has anyone predicted the England team? Alex Crook, he got it wrong last time, didn't he? That was funny. That leaked the England team and it was wrong. I don't think. No. No, I don't think we've got anything. Has anyone seen a leaked England team? I know it's not far away, but it'd be nice to see a leak, just so we got something to show. No, I've not seen any leaks. Would you prioritize bringing in Simon or Rissa? I'd just bring in Rissa, to be honest, and see if you can upgrade. I don't think you need two keepers. I personally think France and Spain have very, very similar clean sheet odds. I hope FPL don't bring in a clean sheet. Oh my god. Yeah, clean sheet shield chip was a disaster. I hope they bring in shots on target. I tell you what, that'd be a really good addition. Shots on target for strikers. I don't hate it at all. I've seen that team, Caleb. Yeah, we should get the lineups soonish. I'll stop the stream and the lineups go out. I'll check the lineups, do my team, and then sign off. I've done that the last couple of streams. There's not really much left to talk about once you get the lineups out, really, because you can all decide on your team. You're ranked 11th overall. Is there actually a prize for winning this game? Is there a prize? Prize? No prize. I don't think there is a prize. I've not even looked. No prize. No prizes. No prize whatsoever. You win the biggest fantasy football game of. Oh, it's crazy. There's no prize. That is crazy. Infantino, what is your budget getting spent on, eh? For the love of the game. That's what we've been doing it for, man. Just love. Oh, excuse me. Just loving fantasy football. By the way, if you haven't already and you're watching the stream, please do leave a like rating. We got 250 people watching and 31 likes at the moment. I reckon we could up those numbers a little bit. So please do leave a like rating. And of course, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the Golden Goal channel as well. I'd really appreciate that. I don't want the sub in, sub out rule for FPL. I don't want that. I don't think I could cope. I just don't think I could cope. I don't think anyone could cope with it, to be honest with you. I'm quite like the way FPL works. The only problem is the timing of the deadline. I think you should get the deadline should be first kickoff. I don't see any reason why it can't be kickoff in the first game. Yeah, mate, I think it's pretty impossible considering I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. 8 players playing in this game tonight. I can't really I can't do anything until I see the teams. Yeah, I mean, Caleb, I built a team already in FPL based on like rough predicted lineups. I'm sorry, predicted prices. And the key is just building a team with Gabriel, Bruno Fernandes, and Haaland in it. And I would actually say for the first couple of weeks, if you look at the fixture, I think Man United have what? Hull and Ipswich. And Man City have Bournemouth. I can't remember their second fixture. But you could captain Bruno Fernandes first 2 weeks, I reckon, over Haaland if you're feeling brave. They're playing Hull up first, Man United. And Hull, by the way, I think Hull are after the points record for like the lowest points total in Premier League history. They're in trouble. I love how we're talking about FPL. Nope, no more. Not seen any news. Yeah, it's true. First place guy's going to get some followers. Yeah, Chelsea's Pro Enzo tweet. Bit tone deaf. Well, was anyone surprised? I don't even want to talk about the England game, to be honest. It's been erased from my memory. It's unfortunate, really, doesn't it? When your team goes out like that. Like my memories of many recent tournaments that England have done well in, but not gotten over the line. I don't remember any of the good moments. Like that Mexico win is probably the best England win I've ever seen, and it's erased from my memory now because of how the tournament turned out. Like I went to the pub at 3 a.m. on a Monday morning to watch that game. It was the one of the craziest football games I've ever seen, and it's almost like erased because England didn't do very well. How many per team? You can put 8 per team in now, I believe, which is mental. So you can have 8 France players if you want. Oh yes, I need to do the max captain. I don't even care who's in my team. I need to activate it. Confirm. Max captain, you are active. Thank you for that little reminder. Max captain is active, lads. I wonder who it will land on exactly. It's not Chow Pap. You're not understanding the rules though. Max captain means the game locks it for you and picks the highest scoring player in your team to be captain. Tell you what, BT11, that was a thought I had as well. Like if Declan Rice and Saka weren't just absolutely effed this tournament, how different could it have been? Like poor Saka, he's got no Achilles, he can't run. I feel really sorry for him. I feel like his career has been somewhat ruined by Arteta, like running him into the ground. Really, yeah. Also, I definitely thought that the second goal for Argentina, where Spence like nicked the ball off Messi, Messi stood on his foot after that, and it should have been a foul. Just saying. We probably would have still lost the game, but I think VAR should have disallowed that goal because of a foul on Jed Spence. But of course they didn't. I think they should have included a chip like that, though, like triple captain for FPL. Yeah, I don't hate it. The max captain twice a season. Yeah, it's true, Caleb. I do wonder how ready Rice is going to be for the start of the season. Although he needs a couple of weeks off. He won't be that deconditioned after a World Cup and a couple of days off, though. Was it an AI generated image? Well, I saw the video. It looked like Messi stood on his foot. And no Saliba for months, yeah. What is the Saliba injury? Let's have a look. I think Arsenal can live without Saliba, though. They've got some great players. What is the extent of the Saliba injury? So he doesn't look like he has to undergo surgery, but a lengthy healing protocol. Wow. So L'Equipe said 4 to 5 months. Wow. So he's another one that's been flogged by Arteta then, playing through pain. Wow. I was talking about Saliba injury and what that can mean for FPL. But use the max cap only when all good players. Yeah, I guess that's the case with FPL, isn't it? The whole anti-Argentina. Yeah, I just think he fouled Spence. I'm not saying the picture. I didn't even see the picture. Spence got injured in that little tussle. I think it could have been a foul. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm hoping we get Stones on a free. Arsenal could do a lot worse than John Stones on a free. You're right, actually. You, as a content creator, have to get things. Oh, I don't care, mate. All right, mate. It's a matter of opinion, isn't it, as to whether something's a foul or not. It's a ridiculous comment. I hope Declan doesn't play tonight. He needs a rest. Yeah, I mean, I would hope he's flown home, to be honest with you. Gurquake, I'm having to read your name out every time. I appreciate that. Thank you. Currently 82k, 603 points. Yeah, but it's up to you, man. You know, I don't think this game week's going to be tough. I think it's going to be fun. Oh yeah, I wasn't directing at you. Yeah, exactly. DJS, cool, mate. I didn't take offense to it. You're all good. Yeah, I'm not sure though. And then Enzo Fernandez elbowed Elliot Anderson in the back of the head. There were lots of just niggly fouls in the first half. I think what was his name? Simeone committed 5 fouls in the first half. Didn't get booked. All my England hating homies love Tuchel. The thing is, I think one thing people are doing from an English point of view is they're totally placing the blame on Thomas Tuchel and not the players. And I do think there was real just a change of mentality of those players when we scored the goal. And yeah, you can blame Tuchel for his substitutions, of course you can, but I think the players have to like Kane. Where was Kane during that game? I know like he's the striker, so he's not going to be defending. But where is he like galvanizing his teammates, telling them to try and attack rather than sit back deep? Like where was that sort of on the field leadership? We didn't have it. So yeah. You're just going to annoy people in the comment section. I'll give you a chance, but I'm going to hide you. I want to put you in a timeout. Oh, chat keeps moving. Oh well, I've accidentally hidden you from the chat, which is a permanent ban, which I didn't mean to do. I just want to put you in a timeout. Unhide. There we go. You're back. But we will put you in a timeout for 10 minutes. Oh, I'm not saying Kane didn't play a good game up until the first goal. I just thought he's the captain, man. He's the leader on the field. He could have done more to change the mentality of the team. Nico Williams, do we think he starts? I still think Baena starts. I thought Baena in that first semi-final was fantastic. The work he does off the ball is crazy. I think Baena will start, to be honest with you. I think he's played well enough to deserve a start. I just know Ferran Torres is going to score the winning goal this World Cup. I just know he's going to score the winner. I just have a feeling. I've been berating him with my flatmate when we were watching the Spain games because he's a bit of a joke. How many chances he misses, how many like final balls he gets wrong. He's awful, but you just know he's going to score the winning goal this tournament. You just know he is. Check the Discord, of course, pal. If anyone gets a team review done, by the way, please do join the FPL Cartel. I'll put a link in the chat. There you go. If Cherky starts. Yeah, I don't think either Gordon or Bellingham start. So yeah, I think you're gonna have a problem there, personally. Elise looks like he's gonna start. I think Oyarzabal do well as well. I'm very much I think even if Kane starts for France, I still think I'm probably going to sell Kane for Oyarzabal. I'm very happy to have Lamine Yamal in my team as well. I think Lamine Yamal against Tagliafico. I like the look of that. Even Tagliafico's he's struggled against Morgan Rogers, so what's he going to do against Lamine Yamal? You know. Gordon, yeah, but if Gordon doesn't start? I'd be surprised if Gordon starts. I just think Gordon would probably get a rest. No, it's my opinion. I think Gordon is going to get a rest. Yeah, Marino could be interesting. You could have a bit of fun with Marino. Pick a player that probably won't start the game but still score a goal. Porro's not injured as far as I'm aware. No, I don't think Saka starts. I don't think he's fit. I think Madueke probably plays. Maybe Rashford on the left as well. Imagine if Madueke scores a hat-trick. That'd be mental. That'd be absolutely mental. Madueke. Surely not. Surely not. Madueke hat-trick. Do you think Dean Henderson? Maybe. If Dean Henderson starts, though, I don't think I'd pick him. You know, just because he starts doesn't mean it's a reason to pick him. I think France score a hatful today. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my glasses. Yeah, I think France score a load today. So whoever's in defence or in goal for England, I'd probably want to avoid. Excuse me. I'm bringing in the GOAT Madueke. Olmo? Yeah. Olmo could be an option, to be fair. If I just... something like that. What about Fabian Ruiz as well? What about that geezer? Jerky. Probably going to have to go Kubasi. Oyarzabal. Oh, we can afford Porro, though. I could do something like that. That's not terrible, is it? We do have Upamecano in there, but he can be a dead spot. I don't care about him. That could be a pretty solid team, that. Quadruple Spain defence. It could be something like that, lads. We could do something like that. I don't think that's possible, though. I've got too many Spain players, don't I? Or do I not? Probably won't let me have any more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8. 8 Spain players. Enzo instead of Olmo. Do you think so? I think I probably just got a bank on Spain, haven't I? Spain and Messi. Who do we think wins the World Cup, by the way? Surely, like, the Argentinian spirit is not going to be enough to beat Spain. Spain have been so good. Yeah. Check the predicted lineup is in my pinned message, mate, in the chat. The pinned note in the chat. I think Spain should win, shouldn't they? Surely they're going to win. Surely Spain are going to win. Tell you what, scouting bonus. I don't hate that, you know. Bit of Lacroix for a bit of scouting bonus. That could work, actually. You know, I don't hate that. Yeah. I don't mind that. Bit of scouting bonus. Yeah. Didn't think of that. I don't mind it. I wonder what the ownership's going to do when we get the lineups, though. I think Spain should win it, surely. I just don't like the disrespect that the Argentinian fans showed to my country either. I feel like we're a little bit, as England, we're a little bit soft when people do that, to be honest with you. But I didn't like it. I didn't like the disrespect. I feel like there's a 40% chance this goes to penalties. Really? If Spain win, it will be only Oyarzabal will do all right. I think Oyarzabal's fantastic. To be fair, yeah, I saw what Bellingham did, mate. I do wonder what he said. Same you mentioned for England. What does that mean? I've seen that message. What does it mean? What does that mean? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into it, Zamtendo, but those two countries do have links. Lineups, we'll probably get them 8:30, 8:45 UK time, so a couple hours maybe. Yeah, do you think Bellingham's just covering out though, isn't he? What do you mean by that, Caleb? I just mean the fans, not the players. I mean the players can hold up whatever they flag they want about the Falklands. I mean that they voted to be British, so tough. They'll be. I'm sure they'll be defended like it's Britain as well. Konate starting over probably. I'm just out of transfers, mate. He's probably gonna have to be a dead spot in my team. Argentina fans were awful. Yeah, they looked at it, mate, from the videos. Just trouble. Like totally respect their passion in like being passionate about your country, cheering them on in a football game, and being a bit rowdy in the street. Totally acceptable. That's what it's all about. But burning other countries' flags, just causing trouble. It's not good. Ornstein. Are England going all out, are they? Let's have a look. And Ornstein Bomber. Oh, Morgan Rogers going to Chelsea for £117 million. Wow. If I was Morgan Rogers, I'd stay at Aston Villa. Why would you go to Chelsea? I'd stay at Villa. I think I would. If I was Rogers, I would 100% stay at Aston Villa. 100%. Why would you go to? I wouldn't go to Chelsea. Wouldn't go to Chelsea. No offense if you're any Chelsea fans, but I would. I would stay at. I would stay at Villa. I'm going to tweet that actually. Bitter in the Champions League? They are, aren't they? That's a joke. Reunion with Parma, yeah, but don't know. Well, they've reached a verbal agreement with the clubs. He's got a medical on Monday. Oh my god. So it's done then. Bloody hell. I'd stay at Villa. I'd stay at Villa. Yeah, I think so, Caleb. Jacket Potato. Big ups. Thank you very much. Villa do have Manzambi now, but that's fine. £120 million. Mental. 117 million. Mental money. Mental. I guess one would say the game is gone. The game is gone. Right, sign in for about 20. The money is going to come flying in. Needs to make some big moves. We got to wait on the England-France teams, mate. I think O'Reilly does start, yeah. Especially if he didn't start the semi-final. Is Bruno G going to Arsenal, by the way? No lineups confirmed. Rehab Sockstar. I did post as my pinned message in the chat the France predicted lineup. If you can see that. Ronaldo went to Ronaldo. Ronaldo going to Madrid. Yeah, when we just learned you could just buy the best players. I'd probably agree with that. Ow. Oh, I just hit my funny bone. Let's go. Let's go D unit, mate. Rogers, 117 million, mate. Bruno G would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal. Fantastic signing. He is. I think he's borderline world class, Bruno G, how good he's been for Newcastle. I think you've got some real top midfielders in the Premier League, I think. Rice at Arsenal, Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea, Bruno at Newcastle, obviously Bruno Fernandes at Man United, Rodri. But Bruno G would be a joke signing. Be a fantastic bit of business. Rayan, my pleasure, man. I'm picking Saka as a punt. Well, pick him as a punt when you see the team. He might not even be in the squad, mate. I also like how Bruno G is completely like he's just taken on the role of being a Newcastle player. Totally embraced the culture of the city, hasn't he? You just love him if as a Newcastle fan. Do you think Mbappe goal record? Yes, absolutely. I do think this bronze final is there's a lot on the line in it. I just think there's more on it for France than there is England. Like as an Englishman, I don't care about the game, and I don't think the English players really care about it. There's less pride to play for England than there is for France. I think France was so disappointing when they got knocked out by Spain. Like if they got knocked out and it was a close game, I think people would understand a bit more. But the French were so unconvincing in that game. They were so poor. They're almost playing for pride today. So I think France, there's more on it for France. And I think England are more likely to rotate as well. Meerkat, good to see you, pal. Have you done some predicted lineups? I'll in return, mate. We'll have a look. See what you're thinking. Oh, excuse me. I was looking at something then. Meerkat's predicted lineups. I'm on the wrong account. What was I gonna look at? Meerkat. I keep forgetting. My short-term memory today is cooked. No, we don't have predicted lineup yet. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You don't think England rotates? Yeah, you might have a point. I'm still going to sell all my England players though. I just think they get battered. I don't. If O'Reilly doesn't start, is it worth a -3? Probably. I think though you can get away in this game with one defender that doesn't play. Rodri needs to be in the team. He doesn't really do the points. He's probably been one of the best players this tournament, to be honest, but he won't get credit because he doesn't get attacking returns. He's been Spain's best player. Olise Lath, in the pinned comment in the chat, I've put the L'Equipe's predicted lineup, which is usually a leak. By the way, if you haven't already, we've got nearly 400 people watching the stream and only 66 likes at the moment. So if you haven't already, please do leave a like rating on the stream and subscribe to the Golden Goal channel if you haven't already. Meerkat, mate, I've already made videos. So yeah, I guess I am. I've also I've shared this on the channel before, but last week I exchanged on a new flat. So I'm going to have to juggle packing my things and moving during the pre-season. So that'll be fun. In fact, the move-in date I've got is the 24th of August, which is the Monday between Game Week 1 and Game Week 2. Yeah, I agree. You know, I'd just be surprised how these England players get up for the game. I'll be honest. The expectations are so low for me. Whereas France, then, you know, I just go back to it. It feels like they've got a real sense of national pride, and their manager's last game to play for. Time and time again. Hiya, Tom. -3 for a goalkeeper. I only have Pickford. I'll probably keep Pickford if he starts. Just wait and see if he starts. I probably wouldn't take a -3 to sell Pickford if he starts. Does that make sense? I need to move out end of September. Oh, Meerkat, check this out. So it was a beautiful day here in Bristol. I went to my local park and I drew up. I don't think I have my address written down here. No. I drew up a little schedule. So the things I need to do each day when I move. So we got day one. First thing to do, by the way, when you move is get your internet sorted. So day one, I'm going to sort tomorrow. I'm going to find a broadband provider that does fiber for my flat. Get the broadband installed the day I pick up the keys. And do some painting as well. Some of the walls need a little bit of touching up. No big paint jobs, but a little bit of painting. Day two, my mum has kindly offered to come down and just give the place a clean. So she's going to come on Tuesday, do that. And then there's an extra day if the internet takes a bit of time. And then Wednesday, it's the IKEA day. I don't know if anyone's been on the IKEA website recently, but there's like this 3D design tool. I basically designed all of the rooms in IKEA. And I've got a list of furniture that I need to buy. So we'll buy all that, get it delivered and build it on a Wednesday. Probably have to go to work Thursday, Friday. And then that weekend afterwards is a bank holiday weekend. So I've got to do all my FPL stuff. But between that, I'll move. But thankfully, the flat I bought is like 5 minutes down the road from where I live currently. So the move should hopefully be fairly easy as moves go. But it all depends on when the internet comes, because I can't really move out of a flat if I don't have internet. Mate, I went to IKEA yesterday. It was stressful. But I picked my sofa and stuff. I can show you, actually. Do you want to see it? I can show you. It doesn't give away my location or anything. I just got to hide the project name, I think, because that... There we go. Ready? You didn't expect to see this, did you? That's what my living room is going to look like. So I've got a little square living room. There's like an electric fireplace on the wall here. You can't see that, but there's like an electric fireplace on the wall. So imagine an electric fireplace there. That's why it's blank. And the previous owners have a IKEA coffee table, and I wanted the matching TV stand, and they've sold me the coffee table for 25 quid. So that's bougie. And then we're gonna get a nice sofa. Although I'm still deciding on what I want for my sofa, and then I need to get a dining table as well. So we've done a little design. But the good thing is I have my own office in the flat. It's 2 bedroom, like 1.5. And the second bedroom is going to be my office, so I get an office. That's what I'm thinking, Caleb. That's the question: is where do I put the signed Bristol City shirt? I don't have a signed one, but I've got the. I'm getting it framed. I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you what I'm going to get done. So my mate Mikey played in the game. Where is he? There he is. So he played in the game and got a shirt signed. Let's see. I'll show you what he did. There we go. So he got his shirt signed and framed, and the guy that did the framing job, there you go. I've paid him to do one for me as well. I don't have signatures. There's my signature on his shirt, but I didn't get everyone to sign it because I don't know. I couldn't after finishing playing that game, I just wasn't in the mindset to ask everyone to sign the shirt. But yeah, I'm going to get my shirt framed with a plaque, a couple of pictures of me and the team and stuff. So I think that'd be wicked. Villa will buy Gibbs White. I tell you what, he is moving. He is moving houses, Gibbs White. That wouldn't be horrendous, actually, Villa buying Gibbs White. But if they did, I think the Forest owner will hold them over a barrel, won't he? I mean, he prevented Gibbs White from leaving last summer, didn't he? Got him to sign a contract, held him at gunpoint or whatever. So I guess we'll see on that one. That was funny, the old Marinakis memes over the last summer. He's a crazy man. But I'll tell you what, he does it just because he loves his football club. Like, he's an arsehole, but he loves his football club. That's very cool, Caleb. That is very cool. You should so the guy that does the framing, Caleb, if you're interested in getting it done, I'll send you his Instagram. He's very good. VIP Framing is his Twitter account. He's based in Somerset, so near where I live. 100 quid, I think I paid for mine. But you know, it's very special, so I didn't mind paying 100 quid for it. Yeah, Rogers, mate. There's his account, Caleb, if you're interested. But yeah. I just think it's cool to have something signed, you know, and frame it as a memento. It's really cool. He'll do it by post, mate, of course. Spain training cancelled, is it? You don't need to go to Western Supermate. Just post the shirt off, mate. Send him the pictures you want and what you want on the plaque. He'll sort it for you and post it back. What do you work with? What's that question related to? I don't think I know. I know they got Manzambi in, but maybe that's what they were doing, right? They were wanting to replace Rogers before they sold him, but why can't they have both of them? I do think that probably means Rashford goes to Villa next season, doesn't it? Yeah, he's probably done loads of shirts, mate. So this is business. Oh, what do I do for a living? I try not to share that if that's okay. This is now part of my living. I'm obviously very grateful to say, but I keep the two separate if that's okay. And I also made a list of all of the shit I need to buy in IKEA and Amazon as well. Not looking forward to it. Thing is, when you go to IKEA, right, you buy all the stuff that looks nice and you think, oh, this will only be about 200 quid. And then you get to the till and it's £1,000. And you're like, well, how have I just spent £1,000 on like 5 things? But it does add up. I need to buy a bed. I need to buy a sofa. I need to buy like a chest of drawers. It's all going to be like 800 quid. Mental. Probably the £1,000 all in for all that. Mental. It's life though, isn't it? It's just, yeah, that's the way it goes. At least I don't have to buy a desk or a YouTube setup, right? I've already got that. So we can just repurpose it. I hope so, Bobby. I like Villa as a team, to be honest. It is a shame because in my in my early first FPL draft video, I've got Morgan Rogers in the team. So I guess, I don't know, is he pickable in FPL now he's playing for Chelsea? Don't know. Surely Garnacho is going to leave Chelsea this summer, though. Surely Xabi Alonso isn't going to want Garnacho in his team. Garnacho and Xabi Alonso, that doesn't strike me as a relationship that's going to be good. Also, apparently there were two people approached alongside Thomas Tuchel for the England job when Southgate left. One of them was Pep Guardiola, and the other was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So there you go. Can't keep going away. We'll try Bobby Ted. Birmingham always bloody beat us, though. Time and time again. Oh God, I've just seen the Infantino and Trump press conference. Good grief! It's just funny watching their mannerisms with each other, isn't it? Right, yeah. I mean, Garnacho is an absolute joker. Didn't he get braids or dreadlocks or something? He got dreadlocks or something this summer, didn't he? I can't remember. Oh, he's speaking directly about Garnacho leaving. Yeah, Garnacho is just a joker. It's such a shame because when he was going through the Man United academy, honestly, he looked like a player that could potentially win a Ballon d'Or in his lifetime, and I think he had the potential to be that kind of player. But he's just, I don't know who's in his head, but it's crazy. Not to judge people, but like when you get sort of blonde highlights and a neck tattoo when you're like 16, 17, you can kind of almost you can kind of guess the career they're about to have. I don't mean to judge people. I'm not saying that everyone with tattoos, but when you get them at like 16, 17, you sort of look a bit of a joker, really. Trying to blend in at Mandem FC. Spent more time on his hair than on the ball. Yeah. I mean, the guy's got 2 kids or what have you, so I mean, fair play to him in that regard. But yeah, funny. Bloody Garnacho. He's also not very likable either, just in general. He just doesn't seem like a very likable person. Boo, 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 boo. Can't keep going away. Also, did people see the 1 mile world record that was done today by Josh Kerr? That was pretty cool. If you didn't, I'd recommend having a watch. Fastest mile ever run, ever, ever, ever. Very cool. Trump. Trump dissing Tuchel's tactics was hilarious. Oh my God. The deadline is 10 p.m. UK time. I'm not going to stream until then, though. My plan is I'm going to stream until the lineups come out. I'll sort my team out and then we'll end it. I don't see the need to go on too much longer than that, really. Seeing the lineups is what you need to make your decisions. Yeah, Pogba vibes indeed. Pogba, so frustrating. These professional sports people just throwing their careers away. Did Trump call Argentina his team? I'm a swimmer, mate. My sport is I'm a swimmer. So that's kind of, he's an athlete, but I swim. I've got a swimming video. If anyone wants to see a swimming video, actually, give us a minute. I had training this morning. I was in the water at 6:30 a.m. this morning. I'll have you know. It's been a big, big, long day for me. Let me share it with you. Who wants to see me do a bit of swimming? Where is it? Come on. There's me swimming. Gosh. There you go again. I got fins on though because it was the end of the session, but there you go. Gosh. If you had a wild card, mate, I think it depends on your rank, Damien, kind of your risk appetite. I think I'd consider it though. I mean, the team I'm looking at here, I've gone all eggs in Spain basket. I might put a few more eggs in the France basket though. Yeah. There you go, Caleb. I'm very happy for Coventry in the Prem. I think of the three that have gone up as well, I actually think you might be the most likely to stay up. I got a feeling you'll spend some money. I feel like, I don't know, player quality wise, you probably have better players than Ipswich do. I just thought, I know you didn't have parachute payments, but I just thought not only was, the way you played the best in the league, obviously because you won the league, but I genuinely felt you had the best players in the championship in your team. Like your front line, Sakamoto, Haji Wright, Ellis Sims coming off the bench, midfield as well. I just thought you had the best players. Yeah, exactly, Damien. Yeah. How much is Gusto? I think Cucurella is the best defender in the game for what it's worth. Gusto's 5.1. I think I'd be looking at Lacroix, to be honest with you. 4.5 for him. Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting to see on the England lineup, really. This is just, I'm going to reset the team. This is what my team looks like at the moment. We need to see the England team. I have no idea, mate, for now. We need to see who plays. I think I'm almost certain I will be selling Kane for Oyarzabal, though. I don't really want to hold on to Kane. I just think he looks tired. He will be tired. Yeah, I know. You would be, wouldn't you? That was the thing for me with England is I think the one thing you can say about the games we played is they've not only been physically taxing, but really like emotionally draining. Like just watching the Mexico game, I needed like 2 days to recover from watching it, let alone playing in it. Could you imagine what you go through playing in that game? And then to have to go again a couple of days later and go again a couple of days after that against Argentina, like it's tough. Yeah, Barca v Atleti, it definitely will. Well, I think Mbappe is going to absolutely go for it. It's all he's got left this tournament, really. Imagine, yeah, I can't see England score. Yeah, I don't think England are going to do too very well, I'll be honest with you. Thank you, Zyke Gourmet. I appreciate that. I didn't see Rogers going to Chelsea either, no. Very rogue. Very rogue. I do wonder what it means for FPL as well. I do wonder. Is he pickable? Probably not. Probably not. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. I was up very early for training this morning. Fabrizio Romano's late, yeah. Rodgers rejected Arsenal to go to Chelsea. That's mental. Why are you going to Chelsea? Sorry, but like I'm sorry if there are Chelsea fans here, but why would you pick Chelsea? Why would you go to Chelsea over Arsenal or over just staying at Aston Villa? I think staying at Aston Villa was probably the best thing for Rodgers to do next season. They're playing in the Champions League. He starts every week, plays 90 minutes every single game. They got a good team, great manager, great. It's a great football club. I think he's from Birmingham as well, isn't he? So why on earth would he want to go? I don't get it. Like personally, out of the two teams, if you were doing a poll of current state of football clubs and who would you rather play for, Aston Villa or Chelsea? I mean, I'm picking Villa 100% of the time. 100% of the time. It's crazy. Crazy. It'd be a real shame if he does money. You get money though. Like, he'll earn money playing for Villa. All the sponsorship deals and stuff like that. Like, crazy. Crazy. I've said no to pay rises for jobs that I just didn't think I suited, you know? It is a ridiculous midfield, but is Enzo going to stay? Like, I honestly think Enzo could go to Real Madrid this summer. I honestly think Enzo could go to Real Madrid this summer. Wants to play attacking from there, fair enough. There might be something to it. I think Cucurella goes as well. I think Cucurella goes Real Madrid. Or is he more of a Barcelona man? I don't know. But I think Cucurella goes to one of the Spanish giants this summer after the World Cup. Almost certain of it. I think Cucurella suits Real Madrid very well. I don't think Real Madrid have gotten. Is Cucurella already gone? Has he already gone? By the way, you should search Cucurella on. He plays for Real Madrid. He does already play for Real Madrid. There you go. He already signed. There was me suggesting he signs for Real Madrid, and that's literally what he's done. Well, there you go. I completely forgot that you went. So that's a great move for both of them. What a wonderful transfer that is. Elise leaving. I don't know. Who could Elise go to? Sideshow Bob. Yeah, but it's the perfect Marcelo regen, isn't it? Two guys with big hair. I think Real Madrid have really struggled for a left back since Marcelo, haven't they? I don't think they've had a top one. Yeah, Rodgers to Chelsea it just feels wild to me. If you're an England fan, by the way, are you watching the game tonight? Are you actually going to watch it? I think I might watch it until I fall asleep. Cherky, yeah, I think he's a good option if he starts. I'll go for Cherky if he starts. He's nice and cheap as well. Two non-playing goalkeepers. Yeah, it's the one position. I think you could get away with just one though. That's the thing. Because if you've had a goalkeeper for the semi-finals, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. No, I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, lineup should be about an hour and a half before the deadline. So we got another hour and a half to go. I think you're watching England game because of fantasy football. There you go. Mostly watching it for your rank. France is really good. Exactly. That's why I'm not watching it. Number one, I don't think my country win, and number two, I don't care because it doesn't mean anything. I'd love to see Pep as our manager, though. That'd be great. Give me Pep Guardiola. Boo, 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 boo. I support Bristol City, mate. I just got a YouTube channel about Bristol City. Last game, you literally cried. Oh, mate. Sorry about that. There were no tears for me. Just, I'm numb to football induced pain, to be honest with you. I just don't care, mate. Third place in the World Cup doesn't mean anything. You know, you either win it or that's it. Like, how far you go into the World Cup for me is more important than like third place, if that makes sense. Like for me, reaching the semi-finals is more of an achievement than third place. You know, it's kind of where my mind's at. Man United lost to Wrexham. Yeah, they did. Had Bristol City goalkeeper Vitek in goal for the second half. He was amazing. I also think like different sports, right? Positions matter differently. Like in the Olympics, obviously, if you're the best in the world and you come third, you're disappointed. But if you're like just a normal athlete and you somehow get on the podium at the Olympics, it's something to be really proud of. And like a bronze medal really means something. But third in the World Cup just doesn't hit the same, you know? I guess maybe because it's an individual sport, you know? Yeah, Kane had a real. If England got to the final, I think he could have won the Ballon d'Or. I still think Messi's the best player in history. Um, and to be honest, he's not like the instigator of all of the Argentinian nonsense. I think what Messi plays on is just like his. I'm going to use the awful word of like aura, but I think referees are just intimidated by it being Messi, so they're less likely to give decisions that go against him just because it's Messi because they know who he is. Saw loads of Man United fans comparing VTech to Rashford. I mean, why? VTech is that good, mate. Honestly, VTech is he will be, honestly, VTech will play Champions League football his entire career. He is that good. He's the best goalkeeper I've ever seen my club have. Genuinely, mate. I think he's that good. I don't think there's a lot to split Rushworth and VTech, I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot to split it. Well, VTech, like, honestly, 5 years' time, VTech he'll be good enough to start for Man United. And maybe even next season, he'd be good enough to start for any Premier League team, pretty much. Like, well, not any Premier League team, but a Premier League team. Honestly, he's amazing. Yep, deadline will stay the same, mate. Well, actually, that's a good question. I don't think we've gone through the scenario of I don't think we've gone through the scenario of a delayed kickoff yet. Time to stack that France defense. Well, we're looking, Tom. I'm not sure. I guess we've got to do it, haven't we? That France predicted lineups from L'Equipe, who know what they're talking about. Let's see what we can do then. So we'll go Maignan. We'll go Lacroix. We'll go. Got to make sure it's the right Hernandez as well. Teo or Lucas? Which one? It's Teo, isn't it? Is Teo? And then we'll go Gusto. How much is Canate? Oh, it's 4.9. Okay, we go. Yeah, they had a delayed kickoff v Mexico, but their game wasn't the deadline, you know? Maybe we go triple France defense. Because I need to do something to these positions as well. I think I want to get Olmo in. And I also want to do... Maybe I'll just take a massive hit. I also want to get Oyarzabal in as well. I'm quite stuck to what to do with my team. I need to see the lineups, really. I need to see who plays for England. I need to see who plays for England, really. Time and time again. Goodbye, Bellingham. I don't think he's going to play, is he? Would you start Bellingham if you were Tuchel? Would you? Imagine a delay. Load up on Spain and sell Messi. I can't do it, mate. I can't do it. I can't sell Messi. I'd definitely sell Kane, though. I can't remember either, Mac. It was 2 a.m. I think I'd already made my subs. I don't know. I don't know, mate. It was 2 a.m. That was my only experience of a delayed game. It was 2 a.m. I've no idea, mate. So I'm just moving my mic so I can sit back and be a bit more comfortable. Quad Spain defence. Yeah, 20% sell on for Borough. So they'll get, I think, £25 million for that deal. Yeah, maybe, Damien. But will they score against France? Yeah, Spain are ridiculous, mate. I agree with you. I just think it's Messi, though, isn't it? How do you defend against Messi? Just don't let him get the ball, I guess. Just don't let him get the ball. If France can't score, yeah. I've got 3 Spain defenders, but to be honest, can't see them keeping a clean sheet. Stamp on. Yeah, you got to stamp on Cucurella like he did with Spence. Oh, don't get me started on Argentina, England. I hated it. I hated it. Thoughts on Marino? He could be good, mate. He could be good, yeah. Marino could be good. It's quite fun, isn't it? Just owning a player that could come off the bench and win the World Cup. Badgers get a bad name. Appreciate you, man. Although they do spread tuberculosis, so they're not great creatures. Damien's going out on the town, is he? Big house, mate. Enjoy. I will not be. I'm going to bed. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. How are you? Differential French attackers? Possibly, yeah. We got to see who starts, really. I do think, I totally agree by Tuchel's substitutions, by the way. But I also think the players have to take some blame with their attitude to the game after they scored. Trying to sit back and hold the lead. That was the mentality that they had. Manager obviously didn't help with his subs, but honestly, I think the players take some blame for that. Jamaica, my pleasure. I hope tea time goes well. What's for tea? You're probably gone, but what's for tea? And don't you worry, plenty of FPL content coming your way. You can be sure of it. Time and time again. I think FPL launches on Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it launches Wednesday, though, would be my guess. Joz Jazz. There is a pinned message in the chat, and that is the France predicted lineup, which is basically a leak. You don't like defensive contributions? Are you saying DC? I don't know. Badges are misunderstood. I quite like DEFCON. I'll be honest with you. Me too. Me too. I'm intrigued to see how expensive Gabriel, Bruno Fernandes, and Haaland are going to be, because they feel like the 3 kind of essential players, right? And like, I think Alex Scott could be really good from Bournemouth. I think he'll be the new Elliot Anderson, and Krupi Jr. from Bournemouth as well. I'm intrigued by what happens with him. I'm intrigued. Might be a little spoiler as to who I talk about in my most recent FPL video there. Time and time again. So D-Unit, when you're on the chat on your PC, there's like when you hover over message, there's 3 dots next to the chat. In fact, I'll show you, pal. There you go. So you should see. I'm hoping you see this view when you do YouTube. I use OBS and then stream directly to YouTube. You press these 3 dots, and then it says replace pinned message because my message is the pinned one. But it will say channel activity, go to the channel, put them in a timeout, hide them on the channel, and then replace. You just press that one, and it will say make pinned message. That's correct, Paulie, yeah. You're making a Harry Kane shirt. Fair enough. I think it has to be the 11, doesn't it? It has to be in your starting 11, I think. Yeah, Rodgers to Chelsea, mate. £117 million. It's crazy. That is wild money. Did anyone, when they were younger? Here's a rogue one. So I'm 29, so that might set the tone a little bit. When they were younger, did anyone play a game called Burnout, which is where it's a racing game basically, where part of the game is taking other drivers that are in the race out, like crashing them out of the race. But basically, anyway, when I was younger, I had a game. It was Burnout 3, it was called. And the soundtrack to that game was unbelievable. And basically, I found a playlist on Spotify of all of the songs on the game, and I've been blasting it in the car, and it's stuck in my head now. Destruction Derby. There you go. A few people on Destruction Derby. I used to love it. Burnout was so much fun, and the soundtrack was like the best part of the game. FPL Andy banned you for correct team leaks. Wow, interesting. I never played Burnout 4. I had Burnout 3 on the Xbox, and then I got an Xbox 360 and had Burnout Paradise, but it was just never the same. Like Burnout 3 was exceptional. I'll see if I can show you some gameplay. Hang on. See if we can get some gameplay. I know this stream's kind of deteriorating, but we're talking a little bit of World Cup Fantasy, aren't we? It's just so cool. Burnout 3 gameplay. Oh, we got to turn the audio off. Sorry, YouTube. Don't remove me. I'm probably going to get copyrighted. But it was just such an epic game. Look. The graphics. This was like 2004, maybe even earlier than that. I think the fact that they used motion blur kind of made it. But yeah, you just smash into people and take them out. It's so cool. And the soundtrack is unbelievable. Yes, Josh, it was. I don't really play any video games anymore. A Tromso background. I don't know, it's Microsoft Windows Automatic, mate. Is that Tromso, is it? It's whatever Windows produces for me. I just have I haven't really done much on this laptop other than just get it ready to make YouTube videos, so I've not like set my own wallpaper or anything. So there you go. That's what they are like now, Caleb. But those games I used to play growing up are what you play in an arcade now. I think I'll definitely go for Lacroix and Cherky. Those would be the two names that I definitely go for. General opinion, World Cup's been good, I think. Quality of the games has been good. I don't like the corruption. I don't like the Trump stuff. It's not even like my personal opinion on Trump. It's just no other World Cup has had a politician involved like he's been involved in this. Do you know what I mean? It's just not needed. Like even Russia, like obviously I think Putin probably went to some games, but he wasn't like involved during the games, changing outcomes and stuff like that. I just don't enjoy it, that side of things. I think that who was the American player? I've forgotten his name. He used to play for Arse Balogun. His red card rescinded is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, I just don't like it. Just don't like it. But the games have been good. There have been some really entertaining games. England, my experience of England was okay up until the semis. Certainly, the games have been very emotional that I've seen of my team. Obviously, they're disappointed in the end. But yeah. Yeah, leave a like rating if you haven't already. We got a few hundred people in here now. Leave a like rating if you could, please. Still waiting for this bloody lineup, though. Still got an hour to go until that comes out. So good at wasting our time. We are the lazy generation. So good at wasting our time. Who's already gone? Besides the corruption, it's been a solid World Cup. What a statement. I think you're probably right. We only miss it when it's gone, though. It's those kind of things, right? Where we only miss them when they're gone. I must say, though, just as a fan watching the games, I was getting fatigued and tired. Like for this stream, I'm feeling quite tired. I don't know if anyone else is live and how many people are watching them, but I got a feeling like the overall desire for this game has probably dropped this week. I did start streaming a little bit later, to be fair, this week. In fairness. Am I the only one? Surely I'm not the only one live. Nah, Tom's live as well. I thought so. There's just less interest in it, isn't there? We'll go up until the teams come out. This is the lineup's waiting room, basically. Yeah, media were hammering Tuchel, mate. Tuchel got hammered in Britain. Absolutely hammered. I think the thing you could say about the last World Cup as well, obviously the Qatar one, full of corruption and them getting it, but the tournament itself played out quite well. I thought it was quite an entertaining one in terms of the games. But the main thing was the final and the quality of that final. The World Cup final last time out was probably the best game of football I've ever watched that isn't involving a team I support. It was wild, absolutely wild. And the English press they were trying to create a rift between Tuchel and Bellingham after the Norway game as well. I don't think it had an impact on the semi-final, but I didn't like that either. The lineup will be released in an hour's time, hopefully in an hour's time. Sorry, that was noise. That was just me putting the lid back on my bottle. Sorry about that, folks. So good at wasting our time. We are the lazy generation. So good at wasting our time. Oh no, I've sold all my French English players because I thought they wouldn't count. Oh dear. Oh dear. Have you not listened to me? Have you not watched my videos? I swear I've been talking about that in every video. Boo 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 boo. Yeah, FPL's back. Wouldn't worry about it, mate. Is it worth taking hits to get Spanish defenders? I guess it depends who you're selling. I probably think you can get away with one dead spot in your team in defense rather than taking a hit. But I'd probably take hits to get 4. But it all depends on who you're selling. Like, if you're selling French defenders, I'd hold on until we see the team. Yeah. FPL will be back, mate. Don't worry. Predictions suggest it's going to be out on Wednesday. I think it could be out on Wednesday, be my guess. I've already made a video. Got another video coming out on Monday as well. Very excited. We're ready to go, man. We're ready to go. Although I do feel quite tired from World Cup Fantasy content, but we got to go straight back into FPL, haven't we? There's no rest for the wicked here. We're straight back into it. I guess the main thing is you get weekends back, don't you, in the preseason? Like, you don't have to give up weekends you just make one video a day, kind of steady. Yeah, of course, Caleb. Of course I can have a look, pal. Who else has put their team in the Discord? It's just you. Oh no. Yeah, it's just you. Yeah, I like it, mate. Solid. Not sure why you'd have Kante and not Baena though. Baena will probably start for Spain. If you got the money, I don't see why you don't go for Baena. I don't get that. It's just my opinion though. Can you pick one domestic and abroad manager for future England bench? One domestic manager. I don't think there is an English manager at the moment. Though. Well, actually, no. I'd say Lee Carsley, the guy that's in charge of the under 21s. He's the one. And then it's Pep Guardiola for me. We appreciate you pushing through the summer, mate. We'll be there. I'll be there with it. I've already made some graphics as well. Do you want to see the graphics? No, we're gonna save them. You'll see them. You'll see them on Sunday. I've made my own homegrown graphics. Hits are fine, mate. They only cost 3 points in this game. Kante to Baina for a hit. Don't hate it. Hits a -3 and he'll score 2 points. I don't know, Bobby Ted. We'll see. One thing I will say though is I don't really care because from a selfish point of view, this has been the best my channel has ever done over the World Cup. So even if I'm a little bit tired for FPL next season, this is the best my YouTube channel has ever done over this period of time. So I don't regret making World Cup content, that's for sure. Zidane managing France. I think France's problem, mate, is they don't have frontline players who are willing to do the running. Like Mbappe doesn't track back. Doué, Barcola don't really track back. Elise doesn't track back. Dembele does a bit. You can't get away with that. And it showed against Spain. That's my view. I hope so, Cortex. That's the goal, mate. 30,000 subs by game week 1. I think it's on the cards. But if you haven't already, of course, we've got 300 people watching now. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, leave a like rating on the stream. That would be awesome. Time and time again. What do you want? Yeah, leave a like and subscribe. Absolutely. Love that, Stephen. My pleasure, man. Glad you're here. Alan Davies, I'm glad you're here too, my friend. I'm sorry I don't have too much to talk about, but honestly, it all relies on the lineups for this game. Do you think England will? I think they could. I really think they could. I just have no idea how England are gonna fare. I don't know. I just feel like the mentality going into the game for the two teams is very different. I just don't think England really care, whereas France definitely do. Literally, Thomas Tuchel has said he thinks the game's pointless. So I just don't care. If we lost 4-0, I just wouldn't care. It sounds bad, that, doesn't it? But I just wouldn't. The game that mattered was the semi. This game doesn't matter. Do, 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 do. I can't keep going away from what you're trying to find. Do, 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 do. Told you Messi would destroy your team. Evening, Tom. Hope you're well. Sorry I've been late, mate. I hope the alarm is all good. Does it work? Have you tested it? Have you tried to burgle your own house and test it? It's wild, really. This third place game. I just don't think it should exist. It's pointless. Totally pointless. I'm not excited one iota for it. I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't think I cared maybe I cared a little bit in 2018 because getting to the semi final of a World Cup in like a third, fourth place playoff is something I'd never seen before. But I don't care about this one. Nice one, Harry. I think I should probably get a camera system for my new flat, shouldn't I? Like you can see from the office window, you can see the parking space outside. So it'd probably be useful to get a camera to look at the car and then maybe the front door as well. Might be worth doing that. Mate, I don't. The last time I ordered Domino's, my God, it's probably over 10 years ago. I don't do takeaways at all. I don't like Domino's either. Don't mind the taste of it, but I find like an hour after you have a Domino's, you feel terrible and you regret it. So, I don't know really. I used to have barbecue pizzas. That's what I used to like. I'm a pretty plain pizza guy, you know. Usually like a meat feast thing or just a plain old margarita, to be honest with you. Thank you, Bobby. That's very kind. I appreciate that. I'm glad I was helpful, even though my rank has been terrible. I still like to think you can yeah, you can separate quality of advice from someone's rank at times. And obviously entertainment of the yeah, Harry. Do you have me on Instagram? Drop us a follow on Instagram. It'll come up in a sec. If you have Instagram or Twitter, there you go. Send me a link, pal. I'll be up for that. Let me know. Let me know. Call me babe, are you? When the lineup comes out, mate, darling. We don't know anything about the lineups yet. We've got a pretty probable France team, but it's not guaranteed. So we're waiting for the lineups. Well, how do you respond when someone calls it a Mandeep calls you babe? What are you meant to say? No problem, Harry. I would appreciate 50% off. That's for sure. No, I think result tonight's irrelevant, DJ Hammer, to be honest. Obviously, I wasn't making fun of your name. I just know Amandeep is a guy's name. So when a guy calls you babe, I feel like that's the only correct response. Mbappe's done a Deschamps Stan tweet appreciating him and all that. Time and time again. You can't keep going away from what you're trying to find. Thanks, Bobby Ted. Although I think they spoke about me on one of their podcasts. I was actually, if you go back on, I'm pretty sure it's the pubcast. If you go back on Gary's channel, I think I was the first guest he ever had on his channel. So there you go. Oh, I appreciate that. We try very hard, mate. That's one thing I'm committed to this. You know, I spent a lot of time in effort on this channel, and it feels like a reason to get out of bed in the morning. So I'm certainly not going to stop. If Bristol City weren't a team, well, mate, I'm shameful, really. I grew up supporting Man United as well. Yeah, in the school that I was in, you kind of had to have two teams just to talk to anyone about football. You couldn't talk to people about Bristol City, even though I grew up in Somerset, which is 20 miles from Bristol. No one supported Bristol City in my school, so you kind of had to have a Premier League team just to like have friends and talk about football. So I supported Man United and Bristol City. My dad took me to a few games when I was younger, and now I've moved to Bristol. I'm a season ticket holder. I feel like my love for any love I have for Man United has kind of gone away now. Really, I'm a 100% Bristol City fan. That's kind of been the case when I moved to Bristol fully. And then at some parts of my life, I couldn't really go to Bristol City games because I was focusing on things in my career. I did a bit of work in Belfast for a time, so obviously that's in Ireland, Northern Ireland, so I couldn't go to City games. So yeah, you couldn't imagine the hate I got on my City side of things though, because I said I was also a fan of Man United for a period of my life. Mr. Tennant, man, appreciate you, man. Please stick around for FPL. We'll be making plenty of FPL content. Absolutely, Graham. My dad was a Bristol City fan as well growing up. It just was quite logistically difficult when I was younger. And obviously when you're younger, right, you can't just get in your car and go to a game. You're like reliant on your parents sorting you out. And I was a swimmer when I was younger as well. I spent most of my weekends racing and competing for myself rather than watching other people do a sport, if that makes sense. So yeah. The unit, you too, man. It's been enjoyable nipping into your streams. I hope you've enjoyed it, mate. And thank you for joining this chat. Favorite player this World Cup? Blimey. You know what? I don't think I have one. Who's been my favorite player? It's probably Jude Bellingham, isn't it, really? It's probably Jude Bellingham. Bit of a cop out, but it is probably Jude Bellingham. Harry's Army. Appreciate that, man. We'll be doing. We got another one coming out. We got Essential Players. That's coming out on Monday. Monday morning, 7 a.m. UK time after the World Cup final. Messi. I saw a great meme about Argentinian fans and their relationship with Messi. It's very funny. I mean, if England had a player that was as good as Messi, my God. Do you know what I really liked about Bellingham in that game as well? He was the only one like genuinely confronting the Argentinian players as well. I thought a lot of our players were a little bit, I wouldn't say weak, but just a little bit passive when it came to that kind of side of the game. And don't get me wrong, you don't want anyone getting too hot headed, but just give it a little bit back, you know. There were some players like Gahey, Kane, they're just a little bit passive, you know. They're wonderful players, but they don't have like that real bit of bite to them. I wish they did. That may have gotten us a bit more in that game, I thought. Like a good football team has some like real enforcers in it, right? Brexit players, that's what you mean. You need some, you do. Feel like Harry Maguire could have been one of them, you know. Kyle Walker, I feel like he was one of them. To be fair, Jordan Henderson's definitely one of them. You know, Kyle Walker's obviously been a stalwart in tournaments gone by. But yeah, a lot of them are quite very young, aren't they? To be fair, so it's hard to be that when you're really young. But yeah, I just want to see a little bit more needle from our players, you know. Like when Enzo elbowed Elliot Anderson in the head, like you don't need to hurt Enzo or anything like that, but you just need to like run up to him and give him a little nudge or just knock him or something like that. Not like hit him or anything like that, but just, you know, let him know that you can't get away with doing that to your teammates, you know. Just stuff like that. I think that's what we could benefit from. Do you know what I mean? Like Paredes and Simeone, they were hacking and kicking at our players for most of that first half. Just don't get yourself a yellow card, but just do little things that just let them know that they can't get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Mate, I'm buzzing for FPL. Let's go. No, I agree with you, Bobby. I agree. I don't think it's a case of manning up because they were like, um, you know, they played on the biggest stage. It's not like that. It's just you need a bit more bite to you, I think. If you would have been first in the world in this game, you know what? No, I don't think so. We're waiting on this lineup. I think I'm going to pile in on the French defence, and then I'm just going to pick players that actually play. I'll probably keep Bellingham if he starts, but I'm going to do Kane to what he has about, and then probably do something with Anthony Gordon as well. It's something that I think, and you know, I'm not saying that people need to all be assholes, right? That's not true. But I think it's something that's a little bit missing in like how we raise youngsters in the country now. Is not, you know, you don't teach them to be horrible, but just to have a bit of backbone, you know, and stand up for themselves a bit. Yeah, I feel like that is missing a little bit. I feel like throughout my time in school, like if you, this might sound wrong, but I remember I used to get bullied a little bit in school. And the first thing I was told to do when people gave me crap was talk to the teacher about it rather than, I'm not saying like hit someone, but just, you know, do something to let them know that you don't stand for it, you know? See where I'm coming from? I don't know. I feel like England's team could have benefited from that. Is all I'm trying to say. You know what? You're right. Actually, there's the referee, isn't there, who could who could just book them, right? He probably would have done as well. Well, the first booking went to us, didn't it? Especially with all the antics they played, and the first yellow card went to us. The problem is I was very small in school, so that wasn't possible for me, Celtic, unfortunately. But I could have done more, you know. But you learn that later in life, you know. I certainly don't. One of the things I think I'm a very I try to be like um as nice as I can be, right? But if someone does something I don't like or I disagree with, I do say it. I point it out because it's needed. But I thought we were soft. And there's a clever way, isn't there? Much like Argentina did. There's a clever way of not being soft. Like Bellingham didn't get booked in the game. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did one time hit someone in school. I don't know if I can say it. Can I say this on YouTube? Basically, there was a kid in my tutor group. We had mixed age tutor groups. Um, from like year 7 to year 11 in school. So what, you start the school at 11 and you finish at 16. And we had a couple of people from each year group in tutor groups. I think we'd have a 20-minute session almost every day where we'd get together as like a tutor group. And the idea was that you make connections throughout the school and throughout the age groups. It's actually a really nice idea. I really liked it. But one year we had a lad join the school. He was a couple years younger than me, and he was big for his age, probably like the biggest lad in his year. And he started like just it started like light, like just a little bit of like play fighting and stuff, and then he started taking it a bit rougher when we were in these groups. And then one day I did hit him. Just in return, he hit me first and I hit him back, and then he never did it again. I didn't hit him hard, nothing like that, but I just kind of let him know that you don't get away with it. And he stopped. Never did it ever again. I didn't punch the guy. I just like I don't even remember how I did it, but it was just in a authoritative way that was like, no, you don't do that anymore, and he stopped. So there you go. He didn't tell the teacher either. And our tutor groups were actually really good, to be fair. I quite enjoyed it. I had some really good people in my groups. It was really nice. We're about hopefully about half an hour away from the French and English lineups. That's the point, actually. I don't know if there are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could talk about that on my stream, Red Crown Demon, but that might be true. His mates did not bog flush me, though. Love from Bhutan, mate. Love it. Hello, Bhutan. Understand Chelsea pitched Rodgers as a left wing starter. Rodgers equally comfortable and impressive as a number 10, and his versatility is part of the appeal. But he's going to play on the left. So he's going to be left winger. I don't think the match is going to be delayed. Planned transfers, mate. I don't know. It's really impossible to say without seeing the team. I think I've got to see who plays for England. Really, the England lineup's so huge because I've got what 6 England players in my team. So I can't do anything until I know who's not playing for England. Basically, excuse me. I'm also in a position where I'm not even sure if 6 transfers is going to be enough for me. Oh, why am I sneezing? Oh, I think France are definitely winning. Honestly, I would keep doing what you're doing, Donny. Keep playing how you're playing. If you're winning, just keep doing what you're doing. Really, gangs in control of secondary schools? I had no idea. I went to a secondary school in a small Somerset town, to be fair, so there were no gangs. God, I'm sneezing like a madman. Pet cover, appreciate you. I think that's the second time you sent me that, so thank you. Sorry, my eyes are all red now because I've been sneezing. Blimey, I'm just going to go and grab another tissue if that's all right. There we go. You've not missed anything, Sanford Hip. We were just talking nonsense until we get the lineups. I think, to be honest, I was talking about that with a couple of mates, actually. I don't think I'm close to having kids yet, but if I were to meet someone who, like, in the future I could have kids with, I think I probably would move away from the city and raise them in a more rural town. The only problem is my life kind of revolves around this city now, so it'd be interesting to see how that all works. Don't know. Things work themselves out, don't they? They got a funny way of all working themselves out. Got to keep growing this channel so I can put them in a nice school in Bristol, maybe. I don't even know if Thomas Tuchel knows his team. Maybe he's deciding it just on vibes. I feel Spanish today. Tomorrow I will be Spanish. Suddenly, have you ever seen the video of a woman who woke up one day and was fluent in Chinese? I'm going to wake up and I'll be fluent in Spanish tomorrow. Time and time again. Oh, he's from Dudley. I've got a mate from, is it Cosley? I visited my friend in Cosley once. That was an interesting place, mate. I love Bristol. Just depends like what direction it goes in the next sort of 10 years, really. I have just bought a flat in Bristol as well, to be fair. But yeah, I got a mate from Cosley, if you know that. That was a very interesting town. It was my first experience of orange chips and a shop called Heron Foods. It was a character building place, that's for sure. I was very worried about where I parked my car when I went there. I've also got a friend who lives in Bourneville. Yeah, Cosley was not fun. Let's see if we got a picture of Cosley. No, any good pictures of it? I don't know. It just everything was closed. That was the main thing I noticed. Everything was just closed. There are a couple of shops, and everything else was just closed. Bourneville was lovely. I've got a friend who lives in Bourneville. There you go. Get fluid in Spanish and find a Latina. Mate, if you know of any who are into fantasy football, let me know. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's crazy. Morgan Rogers and Elliot Anderson are two of the 5 most expensive transfers of all time. And Chelsea aren't even in Europe. Are they in Europe next season? Crazy. Oh, Andrea is a Latina who likes fantasy football. Totally cool. I hope you and your partner are very happy. Spain is going to win. I agree. It's crazy. Yeah. We definitely have less people in this stream than we did on Matchday 1. I think Matchday 1 we peaked at like 1,700 people. It was mental. I mean, Saturday night as well. I mean, gotta be Spain winning the World Cup, mate. Surely they're the favourites. FIFA got to do something about the flag that the Argentinian players held, though. Surely, I'm not saying they should get a player banned or anything, but I'm surprised they haven't dished out the punishment before the final. If England did it, you just know they would. Yeah, exactly. Cheers, Harry. Yeah, the IKEA instructions are terrible. And also, the worst bit is just having to put the nails in. I bloody hate it. You know, when you can screw stuff together and it pops together nice, it's all right. But when you got to use nails, I just hate using nails to build IKEA furniture. It's not because I'm not enjoying it. It's just because I'm tired. My energy levels are starting to drop. So um, I would love the lineups to come out now. I think a lot of people are the same trigger eyes, especially after England went out. I think people have stopped caring now. Does feel like the kind of an end of an era, you know? Do 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 do. Can't keep going away from what you're trying to find. Mate, how many times have you asked who you think Spain's winning? All right, mate. We all think Spain are going to win. Lineup should come out in either 15 minutes, 15 or 30 minutes. One of the two. I don't know really. Or 20 or 40 minutes. No, 20 or 35 minutes. We would have lost the final, probably, mate. I'm really glad Spain beat France, though. That made things interesting, that game. It was a decent game to watch as well. Yeah, I'll be on Cherky if he starts. He's definitely a player I'm looking at. Definitely someone I'm considering. Yeah, Cherky, 100%. 100%. Sorry, I just saw a video of Peter Crouch on Twitter. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think Mbappe is going to play though. I think the one that might not is Kane. I also think Kane will be fine for England next World Cup as well. He doesn't rely on his pace or physicality. I think as long as he doesn't pick up any major injuries, he'll be just fine in 4 years' time. I'm not worried about Spain. I'm not worried about Spain. Not worried about Kane. I think he'll be fine. I agree on Oyarzabal. I'm going to pick him. I agree. I think he scores in the final. I agree. So even the BBC don't know the lineup. There you go. Well, we're excited to see it. Although I don't care about it at all. Sell Messi? I don't think I'd be selling Messi. What is Tuchel doing with the lineup? He's just kept everyone's on tenterhooks. We want to know who's playing for England. Well, it's even the journalists have stopped caring, haven't they? Can't keep going away from what you're trying to find. Also, the clip of Messi going. That's quite catchy. What's your thoughts on Stokes away kit? Let's have a look at that. Ooh, no, that's the last. Oh, they're in camouflage, aren't they? They're in camouflage? It's quite funny. Someone played the Mark Goldbridge video where he concedes a goal to an invisible player on FIFA. That cracked me up. Yeah. I think Croatia and Italy definitely, because we went ahead in both of those games. We went ahead and sat back, and it should be Southampton in camo. That would be imagine if Southampton they launched a kit and it was camouflage. Could you imagine? That'd be so funny. Cucurella, I did see it coming. He finds another level when he plays for Spain. He was probably the best player in the Euros as well. Was Cucurella? He was unbelievable in the Euros. No surprise, Real Madrid have got him. Yeah, what a player! What a player Cucurella has been. Well, is and has been this World Cup. What a player! Sorry, my tissue is just disintegrated in my hands then as well. Oh, give me a lineup. Come on. Give me a lineup, lads. Big miss for Chelsea. Who's that? Oh, Cucurella. Yeah, definitely. I've got a feeling that Enzo Fernandez won't stick around either. I think England will be a difficult place for Enzo Fernandez to be. No early team news. I've pinned the predicted France lineup in the chat though, but my transfers still depend on who plays for England, really. Still need to know who plays for England. Stoke play Southampton away, first game of the season. There you go. Can't keep going away from what you're trying to find. Enzo's on his bike. That would be quite something, DJ Hammer. Olmo gets an assist. Yeah, I'm looking at Olmo. I'm looking at him. I think if Gordon doesn't start, I might go for Olmo. We'll see, though. Where are we going to find the England team, by the way? When is that going to come out? Is it going to be tweeted first? Oh, can't wait to boo every time an Argentinian is on the ball. It's reignited a rivalry, hasn't it? Definitely has. Are there any Well, no, you're in the Premier League now. I was going to say, are there many Argentinian players in the Championship, but you ain't got to worry about that as a Col fan. You lucky thing. What are your thoughts on the way we thought we played well until the goal? I do think the blame is more than just Tuchel. I just think the mindset of the players after we conceded was far too negative. And then obviously Tuchel epitomised that with his subs. But I think everyone's to blame for that loss, not just the manager. I think it's all of them, including like who are your leaders on the pitch? You know, Bellingham and Kane. What did they do to like really inspire their teammates to try and continue attacking? What did Kane do in particular? Now he's the captain. I want to see a bit more. And we were talking about it a little bit earlier on the stream as well. I just think we were a little bit soft. I'm not saying we need to get into fights with the Argentinians every time, but we were just a little bit passive. I don't think we first half obviously we did very well to keep our heads with all of what they were trying, but second half we were just a little bit passive. I wanted us to be a bit nastier. There's my thoughts on how we played the game. There you go. Time and time again. Doo-doo. So I'm going to have to blow my nose again. Something's very wrong in this room at the moment. I need to probably open a window after this stream. Oh, sorry about that, folks. That was my chair, by the way, squeaking. Before anyone gets any ideas, that was my chair. But yeah, both Bellingham and Kane were probably too tired. You're probably right. Kane did look knackered. He looked knackered in the Congo game as well. I just don't know how Argentina didn't look tired. Surely they're not all on just drugs, are they? Surely that's not right. I just don't know how they could recover and look so fit for the end of the game. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Kane to Oyabel. Thinking Kane to Oyabel. No, not seen an England team just yet. Shouldn't be too long though, should it? We're like 5 minutes away, surely. Not long away from getting a lineup now. Tony, Tony knew he was coming to take a penalty, wasn't he? No, still waiting. Give me a lineup, please. Please give me a lineup. Bro, you're getting a little timeout. You've asked, is Spain winning 10 times? You can get a timeout to the end of the stream. Come on. Best England game you've ever seen? It's probably Mexico, isn't it, really? It's probably the Mexico game. Suggestion of where to watch the game around the Battersea area? No idea, mate. I'm not in London, I'm afraid. Pekova, let's go. Final cancelled due to smoke. My pleasure, Bobby Ted. We're just waiting for the lineup and then we're going to end it. There you go. Northcote on Battersea Rise. There you go, pal. I say I'm not remotely interested in watching the game. Mr. Singing, the song's no longer in my head, bro. My team's it is a bit blurry. Sorry about that. Just is the way it is. Come on, give me a team, England. Just give me a lineup. Put us all out of our misery. Tell us who's playing. I don't care about the game, but just tell us who's playing. 2 minutes to go with a bit of luck. England. Just tell me who's in the team. France 3-1, Spain 3-1. Yeah, probably. Probably. You're probably right. I think Middlesbrough get 25 million, mate. What are you doing if Pickford doesn't play? I'll change him for Maignan, I think. France team has been leaked, I think. The team that's in the pinned message in the chat, I think, is the leaked France team. But I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about it. I'm not 100% sure. Just give me a team. Just give me teams. I just want the teams. Tell us the picks, probable picks. I've no idea, mate. That's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, I know DJ Hammer. No one cares. The journalists don't even care. They're not even asking. Yeah, no one cares. The FIFA app is updated. Oh no. I'm just on the FIFA website. I just want to know the team. I think we've got the team, lads. Was that a prediction? I think we've got the it's predicted. It's predicted lineup. This is what FOTMob have as the predicted lineups, by the way. That's the England one. Don't know. I'm dubious. Lineups are out now, are they? Let's have a look. I think you might be trolling. Let's have a look. I think you are trolling. I don't think you're looking at the right. I don't think you're looking at the right source. I'm looking for lineups. Haven't seen it yet. Oh no, I've had a Trump complaint in the Discord. J-Lo. Spain just don't fuck about. They put their lineup out at like 2 hours before kickoff because they just don't care. Yeah, he was leaking. Look at you going for this, telling us who's starting for France, and it was just a prediction. The thing in my my pinned message, I think it's as close as we're going to get to a leak. It's the L'Equipe lineup. That's the one. That's the one. Usually, still no lineup. Where's my lineup, man? Give me my lineup. Argentina banned from the final and England to win. That's a good leak. I'm all over that. Although it's a bit late now. Lineups out, are they? I still haven't seen any lineups. I'm still waiting, bro. I'm still waiting here. What about Sofa score? It's still possible lineups. Oh, my ear itchy. There we go. They're on flash score. All right. Is flash score usually the quickest one, is it? Dean Henderson. Henderson in goal. Mainu still isn't starting. Oh my god. So France have gone. Here we go. This feels like a lineup to me. There's the teams. Hang on. Ugh. Oh, come off it. Rice is starting. What are we? And Saka's starting. What? No. Surely not. I don't believe them. Surely not. This is the team, is it? Wow. What a weird team. Well, I guess we're going Lacroix in. Conser starts, so I don't need to sell him. I guess I'll be selling O'Reilly then. I got to sell Pickford because he doesn't play. I've got to sell him. Got to sell him. Got to sell him. Got to sell him. Is Kane starting? Tony's starting, not Kane. Got to sell Kane. I still got Bellingham in there. Oh, I don't need to sell Conser, do I? So there's my 6 moves. So I guess we're going to go Maignan in goal. I'm just going to block French defence and get Porro in, I think. Come on. So who starts for France then? Just double check. Elise, Cherky, Dewey. So we're going to go Cherky. We're going to go Maignan. Yeah, I don't know what we're playing at starting Saka. No idea. And no Mainu. Mainu still isn't playing. I'll play Hernandez. It's Teo, isn't it? Make sure I pick Teo. There he is. Or Yazabal up front. And then 10.3 million for a midfielder. I'll go Olmo. O'Reilly's just going to have to be dead spot, I think. I can't really get him out. Lineup's all right, pal. This is the teams. Henderson in goal for England. That's the teams, mate. Flash score is insanely quick. Crazy. Let's just double check the France team is the France team, but that is the England team. It's on the FIFA website as well, so we'll check that. What? Yeah, wow. Those are the teams. Crazy. Kobbie Mainoo isn't on the bench for England either. That's interesting. Mainoo isn't even on the England bench. Mainoo's injured, is he? I don't think so. I go Spence over Quansah. So that's my team. I can't really do much else. Triple France defence. I can't do much else. I've sold all the players that aren't starting. Or Yathabal is in up front. I think that's the team, really. Pickford goes to Maignan. Upamecano becomes Lacroix. Dean becomes Hernandez. Gordon becomes Cherky. Kane becomes Oyarzabal. Bellingham becomes Olmo. That'll be it. Captains Mbappe. Just make sure I've got... I guess Concert's got to go in somewhere. We'll put him in for Olmo. We'll put him in for Baena. We'll confirm. Max captain's active. So it doesn't matter. Got one team in the Discord. O'Reilly out, Pickford out, Bellingham out, Gordon out, Kane out. Oyarzabal, Olmo, Cherky. Load up on the French defence, I reckon. You'll probably even do Molina out, to be honest. Molina and O'Reilly out. Load up on the French defence. Dean's got to go as well. I'd make the same transfers I did, to be honest with you, mate. And on that note, I've been live for 3 hours. I can't believe Saka's fit to start this game, but didn't feature at all against Argentina. I have no words for that. That's me done. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea and chill out now, if that's all right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Leave a like rating on your way out. Thank you so much for all the support on the World Cup Fantasy content. It's been unbelievable. This is the final thing I'll do about the game. Wow, what a couple of months it's been. We'll see you later. Cheers, everyone.